Hi, welcome to the Andrew Buckle book review of Doctor Strange, Full Sunrise. Now, I'm not going to go through the story. I mean, obviously, I'm going to show examples of it. I have to say, I didn't really understand it. I think it's going to take a couple of readings. It's a very sort of unusual story. This does not follow the usual narrative. So it's like 136 pages of some beautiful colour designs, and it says an artistic masterpiece. I think it is definitely an artistic masterpiece. I don't know about the story as yet. It's one of those ones I think I'm going to have to read a few times, go through it. But I loved it. I still loved it. It's a lovely Treasury edition. Now, I didn't bring some Treasury editions down. I should have done. The older ones were definitely a bit bigger than this. I might be wrong, but I think they were bigger than this. Anyway, this is the size. You can see the size there against my arm. And, 136 pages. Actually got more pages than the old traditional Treasury editions. And you can see the details. It just came out in August. And you can see Marvel there. Now, obviously, this is based on a comic that had already come out. I didn't buy any copies of that. I think it's 4 issues. Well, those 4 issues, I didn't get any of them, so I was really pleased to get this. Now, trouble with a lot of these ones, these editions, they often bend here. So if you get them, you might find that the bends there. They always do. I don't know why. There's a bend already there. Just inevitable. And also, another thing I always find with these soft cover ones, they often crease this point. You have to be very careful. Something you bend it, you'll notice you'll get a line down there, which is always slightly annoying. But anyway, this is truly weird. This is going beyond Ditko weird. I mean, Ditko did a lot of very weird stuff, and I think this has pushed it beyond even that. Now, Tradmore, all the various people involved, and wow, I mean, it's truly... Now, not all of the artwork is super detailed, super complex design with overlaying lots and lots of different, but some of it you can see the style there. It near enough looks like a vector program. That sort of design, the way it's designed, it's very much like the sort of artwork that I do. I do lots of graphic YouTube videos on Photoshop, Affinity Photo, and I'm always doing sort of weird and wonderful designs. Anyone that notices anyone always come and say, why can't you just do normal ones instead of just weird and wonderful where everything's distorted and all over the place? Well, probably because I love all that sort of style, and this sort of style is just perfect for me. And I say, unfortunately, too few comics. You can find them sort of like in manga comics. I have seen sort of this sort of style and over the years, and also obviously European comics. Not so much. There might be examples. Please put in the comments below if you know some other examples that are similar to this. I would love to check them out. But it's certainly in the more conventional Marvel, DC, all those sort of ones. Charlton Comics. There's not this sort of style, or Image Comics, I should say. But then you can see it's very, truly weird. Again, it will require a bit of rereading, I think. The palette all the way through it, it's very sort of, you've got a bit of green there and blue. She's actually, there's some, but most of it you can see there. Look at that. I mean, that's just a very, very unusual browns and yellows and oranges all the way through. They must have used a lot of ink in that style. But it is, I think, truly beautiful. And even if I say all the style, it's done in a very weird way. And like that. But I'm not going to, like I say, not going to tell you how it ends, because to be honest, I have no idea how it ends. Is that the whole thing about it? Maybe. But look at that. I mean, that's just truly stunning. Now, the reason I'm just pointing out some of these pages, because before I go any further, I just want to point out some of the artists that I think are very similar-ish. I mean, obviously, you've got sort of Mobius. That's a sort of style, isn't it? That sort of thing. But also Barry Windsor Smith in places. But I'm just going to go, where is it? You never can find it. When you're looking through it, you just flick through it. There's the example. Droulet. I'm probably saying his name completely wrong. I've always said his name wrong. And, I mean, it's absolutely stunning. Beautiful. Again, I always find absolutely incomprehensible when it's in French in this, so I have no idea what it's even really saying. But the style, it's just, I mean, it's really, truly beautiful. And this is in the Masters of Comic Book Art. Obviously, there's other books, but that's a sort of similar style. Though, probably even better example style is this, the Dracula Annual. I love this book. You can get copies. They're tricky. They're hard to get now, but I think this is one of the greatest comic books ever. I love this book. Absolutely love it. I got this when I was about 6 or 7 when it came out. I always think to myself, why did my parents buy a book that is just purely weird, the highest weirdness? I mean, this is truly an odd book to give to a 6-year-old, I think. But still, that's what people did. But the artwork is the thing that I'm just pointing out. This one, Agar Agar. And I would have loved to have seen that continued. It was about 6 or 7 stories. That was it. And the artist, can't remember his name, Solsano, I think. Sona. And it's very odd. But that's sort of very similar to this one. This is about the closest, I think, this sort of style. I mean, you can see it further on in the book. This very weird style. And also this sort of style as well. You can see, again, all this sort of very twirly, sort of distorted art. But I just wanted to point that out. Certainly nothing like another book I got, which I thoroughly enjoyed and which I will be reviewing, War Across Time. This is more a conventional, enjoyable read. Even though it goes backwards and forwards across time, it is still... But this... Well, I loved it. I mean, but it is odd. There's no any question word to describe it. It is odd, but the artwork is truly beautiful. If you love sort of the sort of design, the sort of style, I think this book is going to be definitely one that like it says here, brace yourself. It says here for a Doctor Strange story like you've never seen. And I think that is definitely true. Again, like I say, Steve Ditko stuff. I mean, he did a lot of weird stuff, but that was the 60s. Now, this is obviously with all the different design tools and all those things, or just basic pencil and pen. Weird concept, I know, but you could. But this is just, I think, just absolutely superb. Really beautiful book. So this I definitely recommend. Again, maybe not for everyone. You might get this and think, oh, why? Why would anyone bring out a book like this? Where's the story? Where's the sort of the standard, 6 panels to a page or something like that? Where's the superhero action? I don't know. It's certainly not here. But I absolutely, for me, Marvel Comics Group, Doctor Strange, I think this is definitely, as it says, an artistic masterpiece. I hope they bring out more books like this. Now, apparently he did bring out the Silver Surfer Black, which was similar, apparently. I don't know because I haven't got it. This was based on, obviously, a Doctor Strange comic. There was 4 issues. It says here 1 to 4, Full Sunrise. But also there's, of course, the Silver Surfer Black one. I think that was based, obviously, a comic as well. But the Treasury edition, I looked online, ridiculously expensive already. So maybe this one, if you don't get it now, you may regret it because these seem to go out of print and that's it. They don't bring them out. I don't know why. Now, this I think, would be lovely as a gallery edition as well. Obviously in the hardback format, maybe slightly bigger. I would love it with all the extras and things. That would be great. All bit sort of the pencil sketches and design. Now, there are some extras in this, a few ones at the back, and again, which shows to me that it must be in the graphic program. Because that, or some sort of, obviously, Photoshop or equivalent, of course, Affinity Photo, those sort of applications. I mean, you can see the way that all the art's just, the layers have been blended. But it's just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And I love that. Look at that. Some of these are great. One thing I thought to myself would have been brilliant with like Clear, because Clear, obviously, that storyline is probably long gone. I haven't been reading Doctor Strange for quite a while, so I'm certain all those sort of the characters have all moved on from the days in the 1970s when I was generally reading them. Still, this, I'm really pleased I got it. Saw it, don't know where I saw it listed. I thought, ooh, that looks brilliant. Definitely is. So, Doctor Strange, Full Sunrise, Tradmore and Heathermore, an absolutely brilliant book.